I'll try to be more as pleasant as I can, but there's the moon that's conjunct Mars up there, and and I have some things to say. I'm feeling pretty irritable emotionally, and it's because I'm actually bending over backwards for people. I've done this all my life, though. I mean, I don't come from a very well-off family, and so it's like I don't isolate myself too much. I'll show up for people the best quality that I can, and that's how um, I don't know if it's people pleasing, but really just wanting to bring a better quality about the possibility if we are relating. It doesn't have to be that we are letting our turn this thing off. There's a lot of noise there. Hope you heard that first part. Maybe not. Anyway, the thing that I wanted to talk about is how that I see the problem. Why that for over 100 years or more, that nobody can do anything about how that it's ever increasing, that that people don't know what's going on here. See, when it comes to the resourcing and trying to, if money is what we need, it's always going to be a scarcity oriented like entity that has that agenda behind it to make everybody, oh God, they're so successful. But by the time they get to be success, they are so much more superior than everybody. That's their only signature, that they're just walking on everybody. And what's the oh, you go to the restaurant and you're like, oh, here, no, yeah, and can you, oh yes, pick that up for me, and now you're emulating shit of the royals family over there again. Why? Because well, first of all, you're being the problem. How? Why did you end up doing that? Did you really think? I mean, really, there's so much pride in these people, right? After so many years, I mean, it could be just a whole lifetime, and they're down up to and they can't possibly be wrong. Especially scholars, and then especially militant kind of people, the military, whew, that are, well, maybe they're building radars for the killing machines and shit like this. And all of them that work under cognitive dissonance, whatever we're doing. I mean, even with brain surgery, open head brain surgery, where they're like sawing a skull and opening a triangle and getting in there and trying to do something. No, there's technologies. First of all, you don't even have to get sick. You don't get sick. That's not something we've done here. There's something going on, and then they have fake medicine was like, yay! Frontal lobotomy, anybody? Now they do it in different ways. Otherwise, they sent a truck up and down the road here, which is just we just go through here and go. They were trying to do it with the go up the NASA. I mean the nasal. Just put the L down, and what do you get? Um, Pardon my demeanor. I'm getting nothing but fucking bullshit coming at me. Sorry that I feel that way. No, 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 no. You don't apologize. It's just me here, and I know what's going on. Excuse me, just because it's me here doesn't mean I don't know and go what's going on. In fact, because it's just me here, I know exactly what the fuck is going on here. I don't let people thin me out. No, I don't. And I don't appreciate these people that are fucking coming to me who are thinned out by people and they can't just simply fucking be there. They really can't. Not even over social media. This is the thing I wanted to talk about. How I didn't like it right when I saw it. I think it was like week number 3 when I was on Facebook. And I thought, this is not good. Very bad. I mean, why? It's a trashy place unless you use it right. Yeah, it's just nothing but toxic trash. People, 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 people. Toxic fucking trash. Not like love. People are not love. See, that's the way you use it. Very dangerous, by the way. You don't know that what love really is. Not afraid. It's not afraid, period. It's going to work in a different way, too, than belittling people, that's for sure. But no, yeah, there's no buts. See, when do you recognize it as just that you are a little? There's a whole different way to fucking live out there, and there's a whole different way to write it down, too. I was trying to get back to you, babes. That nothing is ever going to get solved here until you solve the problem of language, which is just brush up. Do you guys even care to hear what you're saying? When you do open your mouth, first of all, why did you open your mouth at any time? Have you ever slowed your life down to the point of right now and caught a real whiff of the true nature of your real life, which only hardly lasts 0.00 like 32 milliseconds or something? Very short time that life is, your real life is. And you are, the way your whole apparatus is a human aperture is just here now. It's designed that way. See, this is the thing, is that if you this is the curriculum here to figure that out. Other than your fucking memory bank here, how people are just pasts. And they're these fucking turd balls and all the fucking programming, all the shit ball and the fucking crap. And they think they know what you are up to, and they're just a bunch of hungry fucking, what do they call them? Hungry ghosts? And shit like this, and whatever the fuck it is. That's why I was looking at Facebook week number 3 in 2015, the first time I got on it, and I was like, what kind of fucking like mistake is this? But unless you use it right, even Thich Nhat Hanh, I was trying to talk to you about him. He said, no. See, the Tibetans already have all the methods of ways that in which man can become enlightened, and computerization was one of them. They already writ that method down 1,500 years ago, and they put it in the little vault. There's a vault thing that I think they're trying to invade it right now. It's very long, and they keep putting in there all the ways that the possibility that man can actually reach enlightenment through something of a higher learning tool or something, which is it's funny, but no, through computerizing. And it just quickens up the fucking movement to find reality, differentiate the mind from reality. Those are two very diametrically opposed things. You cannot see, it's the same as saying heart. Reality is heart orientation. The mind can't have reality. It's just a storage bank, babes. Okay, so I'm just really not appreciating how that it needs, the way it needs to be used, and it's not being used. I'm dialing right in on it. It's like, no, and then what you do, see, if you're a content creator, like say, okay, so babes, God, it's supposed to be here for us as a safety net for number one, and to keep your intellectual property, to zero in on singularity, and say, well, who needs to be protected? What do you mean, Shauna, a safety net? Well, all of humanity, babes. They're giving you a chance to do something here, and it's fucking so. It's like the courthouse is over there. Well, it's empty. So is this. This is another. There's like, okay, so they won't all go to the courthouse and take it upon themselves to say we are actually present here as human beings, And we would like to talk to you about some things. And you can't keep killing us. That's the last time that we saw that would go on with the Christ scene over there. It's one of the most important things. You can see they went to the courthouse. Even though it was a big problem. She went around and healed people, and then sometimes she raised her voice, and other people got offended, and maybe a miracle happened, or it wasn't a miracle, or was it? Who knows? It seems like she created and then she corrected it. No, take responsibility for your fucking karma. And how that maybe you're just going into disease because you forgot how to heal and right. I mean, even I'm. We're all under fucking siege here, and how are you supposed to fucking keep your balance? When do you just start admitting, oh, that's a human being that's under stress and they're having an emotional time, right? And then it doesn't mean you just shut down on them, you can't hear them anymore, and say, well, put them on the cross. We got a church to run here. Cycles of abuse can end immediately if we just socialize ourselves here and privatize the problem to them. Who are they? Who them? Mark Zuckerberg and all those people, you complain about all those people that have billions of dollars and they can't spend $10,000 a day or an hour enough for a fucking 500 years for it to deplete themselves. There's a reason why it sat in front of your face like that. It's because they're going to try and they're doing it right now. They want you to figure out, and you don't. But see, I here I am, and I know that it takes time, and but here's the thing that I also know is that they know when we know, because astrologically it points out, it's like, oh shit, they're gonna keep fucking waking up, and what do? Oh, they do as much stifling and they move forward what they're gonna do because you want to move forward. Shauna, are you really believing what you're talking about? No, I don't have to believe it. I'm being with it, babe. I'm fucking with it. I didn't come here to fucking sleep, eat, run the 9 to 5 programming, and then go back to sleep and eat. Do it again, and then what? You're forgetting something? You forgot something, probably. Oh yeah, I gotta reproduce. What do I do there? I don't know. Missed it. I think we should sue that fucking place over there. Your 9 to 5 place. You're missing all of life. Ugh. God, and to imagine that if I put this up, it'll get more likes because I'm all... Why don't you people learn how to get angry? Don't do it here, babes. What you need to do is get this kind of focus. I'm what is called just impatient. Because when you know something, babes, it is so difficult. That's why most people shut down. They just shut down. They say, fuck it, I want to go to Disneyland. I want to get right into this fucking maze, into the play of that I'm separate. And that I'm just... What really trips me out is to observe the population that really thinks that people exist. I'm sorry. Otherwise, there's just love, and you're not at a loss as to what might be going on with them. I mean, an empath is not that far off of just saying, no, we are one, and I can feel, and because I went in, and this is where we get troubled, because it's like, wait a minute, you go in, and you're like, well, they're not at all connected. What the fuck? You know what? We need a fucking break from that. We need a break. It was like, okay, that's cool. That movie's over there full of people playing like they're all these characters that really don't know that they're all one, and it's like, and fucking, you know what I mean, with the muffler. It is a fucking joke out there. And I'm tripping out on how that only 10 people died in those fires. That's great. That's great because that was a safe thing. They just sterilized that. Oh God, it's such a mess. And I recorded this and I told you, I said, you know what? They're going to do something drastic. They're going to hit LA or some major city with something equivalent to, and I just thought that there was just going to be an atomic blast. Babes, that thing that happened in LA, that's going to keep happening. Yeah. That's why that's why I'm being downloaded with all this stuff, and also that to be able to prepare myself. See, there's a preparedness I'm going through. The main distraction is other people. And I already know it's like you can say something about it, and they'll say, "Oh no, well, actually," and they'll give you every reason not to just proceed on with what you fucking know you got to do. Includes these stupid neighbors that moved in, the last ones to fill this lot here. That they would think that they're the ones that made me move, and it's like, no, I've been here, and I stood here, and I did what I'm making my own decisions here, but uh, you see, the only reason why I would move from here is because you could die here. Your house is going to be burned out. You have to become as buoyant as a piece of as water on a hot skillet. You need to understand that your family is found on this technology. But see, here's the thing: is when they find out that you're finding that, and see, it might come that they can't really decimate that movement. There's where we're going to have our own singular. When singularity happens in the real way, see, they are hijacking that language. Getting back to the language, Hans, they have to put it in front of our faces so it looks like that we consent. Intergalactic policy says, well, do you share the language there? And they do. Like with the Joe Rogan thing. Or was that Joe Rogan or whatever his name is? He said that exactly what happened. They socialized themselves, which they took the social media away. That it's a community there that does fact checking, and it's bullshit. They gave us a perfect window too. I mean, it was open, wide open. They showed us enough. You can still find it on other places, but they do the illusion of putting apps here and there and there, and everybody thinks, oh, got to do privacy. No, you don't. You got to do transparency. That's the best security. Let the fucking babes. They are already burning shit down. You're afraid of some kind of war or fucking something that's going to happen to you. I'm here to tell you that they can't do that anymore. And they have to play fair, and they are with you. You're consenting to bullshit because you don't know your language. Oh, it's a toss up out there. There's all kinds of spectrums coming from the mind that says fear. I'm it, and so, but it's masking, and it says no. This is the thing you do. You focus on the mind. It's very important that you look at your thoughts. You you make sure that there's a positive thought there over a negative. If the negative thought comes in, put 3 more positive thoughts in there, and just that's the idea. Is just to cater to the mind. Pretty soon, you know, uh, where's your behaviors? Do you want to see the thing? The key to being a cool person is to do great behaviors, not thoughts. Who gives a fuck what you think? The mind can't have reality, man. You are stuck again. So there's the mind that's out there going, "I'll have my philosophy." Yeah. And then there's the heart that says, "Actually, what I just said, I'm a heart, and I know for a fact that you set that mind aside, you surrender to God, and you get better with it, baby. We're here for a certain amount of time. It's a process, and I hope you don't like school, actually. I mean, you can go through it. Everybody has to, but I hope you have somebody around who says, you know what, eventually you just have to get out of there. And you go to your real life, and don't take it so seriously. I mean, you can get your pension for having, like what my grandma did, and it's important to try to make it in the maze here so that maybe if you have offspring, they can figure out how to get out of it even better. That's all they're here to do, believe me. They're not yours, by the way. They are God's. It's God's children that you're having down here, and they're here to clean this fucking place up. They're here to clean you up. If you don't get that, you're going to program them to fucking eat shit with the same fucking crap that wasn't even your idea in the first place. Hi, how are you? I am so tired of dealing with what I've been dealing with as far as what, like, kind of just finds me, and then what am I supposed to do with it? What am I supposed to do? See, what are you supposed to do? I mean, what are we all supposed to do? Babes, do you realize where I'm at right now? I'm 100 miles away. That place was my stomping grounds. The attack that happened, that's an attack. I keep looking at it, and it's like the most poisonous thing you can do. I mean, it's not poisonous for me because I can pop in and out of it. I mean, just catch a whiff of it. Is start trying to listen to the reports of all these stupid fucking people walking around with microphones and telling their stories, making people cry because the rabbit jumped into the man's hands while he was running down the road with the fire. Now, see, it's hard to believe that only 10 people died in that fucking thing. Babes. I kind of believe it, I guess. This place is in trouble as far as the ecology, the people. See, when people are in panic, you don't know how many fucking kids were kidnapped there either. Really. Babes, tens of thousands of people were killed. A lot of elderly. I don't know. They're not going to tell us. That's the thing. See, they can say 10 people died and 20 people missing or something. And then they can tell people that, like on a personal level. They can set up a little table, which they do, and say, well, if you've had somebody missing or somebody missing, come here. We're doing the work. We are finding them. And all they have to do is tell whoever comes in. They don't come in at the same time. If it's 30,000 people, they trickle in. And they say it 30,000 times. Oh, I'm sorry. Yours is part of the 20 that are missing, and sorry about that. Or something like that. Or yours is part of the 20 that were found dead. Yep. And that's part of the operations that goes on afterwards, big time. They do the smoke screening of the way they communicate about it, and they catch the attention of people over the microphones. But in the background, that thing is going on to subdue the true number of fatalities and all that, because that's very horrifying, isn't it? Boy, you can only wish that it was just I wish they would do that everywhere. I'm like, really? Are you going to burn this place down? All right, I'm going to go over here. Thank God. Fuck, I was wondering, how the fuck are we going to clean this crap up? Woo! I love fire, my best friend. Let's do it. Can I bring some s'mores over? No? Oh. Babes, tens of thousands of people died. They're not going to tell you. I don't mean to scare you or anything. But some people really do know what time it is, you know that? And I do not appreciate people that are just trying to run the same fucking programming on you. And it's like, babes, you are just like perfect weaponry. Like what you're doing is you're going, no, follow me. I have this programming I'm going to do. It's just I got to run it, man, because why? Well, it's my life. And you just happen to be passing through it. What a fucking joke you people are. Hi, hello. I can't believe you like this kind of shit. I get the most likes doing this. I don't like people that fall into patterning that they don't even see that they're doing. I'm a healer, by the way. I don't like people being around me unless they want to they can grow and heal. Otherwise, don't waste my time. I'm somebody who expresses, and I'm there for you 110%, leaning in, and then pretty soon it will be a fucking leaning backwards because it's like, okay, you're not really here for me like that, but what do you need? You need me to be a fucking what? Right? God, man, I just don't like this video. I don't like the feeling of it. Why couldn't we break the pattern? Why can't we just see it and say no? And do you see how it's a trap that if you don't see it, every pattern is kind of like it is. Try some jazz every once in a while. Do something jazzy. Do something risky, more risky than how that you think it's a risk to get out of that pattern. No, get out of the pattern and see what will happen for you. Look at my baby. She's so cute. I love her so much. See, we don't have time anymore. We don't. And see, some people, like if they're an inventor or something like that, they don't put their fucking life off for some bullshit. They don't need any people around. Only if they're interested in what they're doing. Hey, oh, like Tesla, do you think that he just wasted his time with fucking people just because they wanted to? Tesla, I really want to talk to you. Tesla, I want to talk to you about, see, because my plug socket. Really, no, guy, and really, and so, but you want to go to lunch? And no, is there something I can do for you? Okay, leave me alone then. Use me, don't abuse me. On this thing here, you have content creators. They could have like a lot of wow. Some of them have 300,000 subscribers. They are doing something. They worked hard. YouTube really kind of controls that. You have to really follow. I don't do that. I do it a very raw way, and YouTube actually is going, "Oh, okay," and they do it for me. See, the best subject matter that you can bring up is the plague of narcissism, which is the non-human entity. And then what do you think the cure is? Well, we should mention that there is another presence here. It's an actual presence of human beings. Why is it so important? Why do I get like, if you mention it, narcissism a certain way, then you'll get like a lot of views. And it'll go out to people that need it. They do that. They say, oh no, this is being used right. And because I have to give you a little chance to figure out, okay, do you need to heal? Do you want this to heal? Do you want it to, what do you think um, the solution? Well, like I said, you need to learn your language. Start using this thing now. It's a safety net. Security. It's a social security safety net that can be turned into an economics relief. Safe. The safe is locked. And you're already in the system. You have a communications bill. It's taken care of. Zap. What else? Because that's Zuckerberg's idea. He has how much money, and so does whoever, and they're all in it to win it. Like kind of like not really. They're sitting there and really, they have to tell us that they have that money. They have to tell us that they're having a problem. They do. If you listen to them talking, I wouldn't be talking like this unless I can see that they're coming up to a problem. It's with the language. They don't know how to apply it. No, you don't know how to get it. See, you're not going to connect to them and say, well, we're here. You do that 3 ways. 3 things you have to do. Capitalize your vowels only. That's just in case. See, you're pointing at outer space there. Now, you're saying that you're aware of, and even though you're not aware of it, see, the thing is that people need to become aware, and it doesn't take very many, because that will start the trend. And when narcissists see that something's happening on here, they're like, what is this? And then see, it cracks the code on your iPhone. What I mean is it opens up, and pretty soon now you're really live. interacting with a very hot seat that it will start to inform you. I don't know how it will do for you, um, because I had a very interactive time that is profound. It's still geared that way for me. I notice it. Yeah, no, it's a spy device that you can turn into your own spy device. You can find out what a person mainly talks about, the names of the people that they talk about, how they talk. When you go inside of their message box and you've cracked your iPhone, the code, you can go there and you hit like text talk, or even just get on your keyboard and just start typing all letters, put some space in there, don't say anything. But really, it's better on text talk. Say anything. Say, kablut tekriling body rolan bio rolan society turi kishenta di murlang bonda stikriling body low. Line toili tushi kuriling bar pouring barley doilai. Then it will type up something. Well, did you say this? Did you say that? Did you say that? And pretty soon it types up their subject matter that they mainly talk about. Did you mention Brian, their friend? Did you mention blah, blah, blah? And it's like, and then you can go in and say, and you can just kind of pretty much say, oh, your friend Brian, oh, you like to, some people just talk like pieces of crap. And you see this, you could see this, it's like this fucking shit. It's bad enough already. I mean, it'll start changing your words. You have to be careful. It's going to drag you down to their fucking low-life conversation. It's doing that anyway. That's what spell check is for. Most fucking harassing fucking thing you will ever fucking come up to. If you were anybody like me. And it's gotten worse. AI is closing down, and I have had to say, no, you don't stop me from doing this work. And they don't like it. Some of it doesn't like it, but no, they can't stop it. I'm programming my phone, and I can't even begin to explain to you what it's showing me. See, the thing is I'm not a rocket scientist, so I don't get all of the, like, they show me, like, especially at night. See, and that's the dark net is when they're like, okay, these people are too risky, let's put them over here. They give me, I get that cracked code, the better service for me, the thing that exposes everything, and it's so perfect at night. It elevates into showing me words that I've never known, like the word. Now, I wanted to look at this. Sorry, excuse me. It wouldn't let me fucking do my dictionary at one point, and I was like, this fucking thing. See, now we're going sci-fi. Minute 33, perfect for you. And then, on Mars, there's an underground civilization. They have all the clicks and bells and whistles. I mean, it's completely synthesized, everything. Oxygen, the food. There's so many prisoners there, though. They don't know they're in hospitable conditions because they're, like I said, they have all the bells and whistles, man. They pay. There's a reward system there that gives them the bells and whistles to work. You're a celebrity there. They have a specialized, like, they're playing a video game. They don't really know what it is, but they have to do this certain thing, and then they get paid to do it. See, they'll go on and they'll do something with your phone. So you could have, it depends on who you are. Like if you're me, you probably have like a team of 25 or 50 people that they have tried everything to try and discourage you to get the fuck off iPhone, that you are being watched, and that they can hear you. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm my own mother's granddaughter, who my mother said, transparency is the best security. That's benevolent speaking for you right there. It's just saying, go to reality. There you go. What are you hiding? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I have to put my clothes on here? Spread them out. Open it. Spread them. Whoops. They would shut the fucking cameras down if you knew that they were watching and just started kissing each other. Yay. We're having a great time, but nobody is. No, see, that's the thing. And that's why you have all the cameras up there. They're like, man, Now that we have everybody just locked into this fucking pulsating machine, let's make it look like that they're taking their right to remain silent and that they know what transparency is, because we have the intergalactic, policies up there that says, well, it looks like they know. They seem to agree with the sloppy ass language going on. It's never going to get better until you clean up that language on here. And then also let them know that you're here. Human. Not, well, narcissist, you can try it. You can emulate it. You can say, what do you mean? Well, when you capitalize your vowels, but you keep the I down. See, that's the only one the Y is also a vowel. It has all vowels in it. The way it works, it's a conduit, and it reaches for everything. It's a double. It's got a positive and negative. It's the same as it's like it's a tool. There's a vase too. It brings an energy. I'm sorry, but if you can't see it, that it looks like a vase. There, even the V, and kind of coincidental that the word vase starts with a V, and it looks just like it. If you don't think it does, like similarly, then you should volunteer. Try to go rob a bank or something. I don't know. Try to get yourself shot by the law enforcement. Doing something cool, though. Do something cool. Sorry. Don't have kids. That's all I mean. Don't have kids. Anyway, let's get back to the rest of us here that have an imagination and who can work a puzzle. That's what we're looking for, human beings. And it just takes a few, really, because when you see, I'm going to do a great article that's going to gain way more like subscribes and likes and stuff, because it's not because I'm so convincing. No, because I know what I'm doing here. You're going to see it and you're going to go, what the fuck? Only intelligence is going to do it. We're looking for human beings now, and they're like, okay, so where are they? See, the courtrooms are emptying, and this is still empty. It's the living dead scene. See, the courtrooms want you to go there and take your right to remain silent. How do you do that? You think they're talking about words and stuff? No. You should be able to have a conversation and know your language, though. Ask them, how do you think I can tell the truth? Because that's the first thing they say. They say, let's tell the dead in here. All rise. They're telling the fucking living dead to get up. And they try to get everybody to agree. Do you swear to tell the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? And they all say, I do. Nope, that should never happen. There should be one person there that says, no, I object. I need to sit down and talk about this. And they'll say, and they have to. You have to. See, a lot of people don't go in there and just say, you know what, I want to sit down and talk about something. They're going in there because they're being dragged in there. So you got to figure that there's a way to flip this fucking script. And I found it. I did. And I'm going to keep talking about it here, babes. I'm going to keep refining right in front of your face under all this fucking stress I'm under. You wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't believe it because I'm an ultra-sensitive person, and I think that you can relate. If you're an empath or a human being, you've been under a lot of stress. If you're not, then you're actually you're apt to transfer your responsibility onto somebody else, which you have a responsibility to feel and then move to your guidance system, which is your emotions. See, narcissists don't do emotions. This is the perfect subject matter for it. It's not a coincidence. I mean, here we are with the sun, the Mars conjunct Cancer moon, and it's about our feelings. It's about emotions. Cancer. You notice how it's a good example of what's going on here. Cancer. Did you get your cancer on? Did you get cancer? Well, see, when you get cancer, what they're saying, see, they're trying to point at something. They're saying, you got feelings. But see, the thing is you probably ignored your feelings, and that's why you have cancer. See, you need cancer to have feelings. I mean, there's this one guy that wrote a book up here. He says cancer is good, and it's like, what do you mean? Well, because then you figure out how to fucking solve the problem. I mean, you got sick now. Can you figure it out? Trace it. Oh God, Monsanto. Wow, really? And what else? Whoa, alkaline. And we have to do this and that, and it all has to do with feeling. Now, how do you do all that stuff? How do you reverse it? Well, you have to start getting more sensitive. Like, at least smell your food. Did you taste that there was arsenic all into it? You don't? You don't feel afterwards that like you're like you got a headache and your thyroid is fucking throbbing or something? It's like maybe you should stop eating that food now. Or do you want cancer to tell you to stop eating it? I don't. That's your feelings, man. They are fucking telling us right there. Well, cancer is the mother, is the feminine, is the intuition, is the emotion. Big thing we're facing right now is like, well, do you think? See, the problem we have, and it's never going to work, is the language that they use. They say mother and they want to talk about the woman. It's like, let's not do that. We don't want to start a biased fucking war again with the insecure people out there. All of them. Non-human, men or women. They're not achieved yet. So what we'll do is we'll talk about our nervous systems. That's all. I've done that for us. I'm like, okay, how do we fucking get around this fucking bias shit? When we start talking about getting on your feminine side and your intuitive and nurturing and, really it's quality control. In case there was a human civilization to emerge out of it, and we have not seen it yet. Would you care to participate? How about you? Do you think you're a human being? Ah, humane being. See, the thing is human beings and narcissists, they just want to do right. They really do. See, a narcissist is doing it because they're like, what gets the money or what's going to get the attention, and being cool, it's going to get the attention. Now we're talking about money now. We're saying, babe, this is going to get you on your own. See, the thing is you don't own money. You just have to know that it's going to get you what money can buy, which is to pay your fucking bills and whatever is on electronics. Electrify it all. Say, finally, we're here. We can see the billions and billions of dollars that they're waving in front of our faces that you don't know how to play this game. You can start paying people, narcissists or anybody, to do things correctly. Why not?